Well, hey Sagittarius, welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Sagittarius here for the remainder of the month of March. So this should post on the 8th. It'll basically carry you all the way through to like Easter, around the 4th of April, okay? So just as I've done with all the other signs, I'm introducing you to one of the angels of your zodiac in case you want to be able to call on someone different or special. And your angel is Ednakiel. Whoops, out of focus, out of frame, sorry. So your angel is Ednakiel. All right. So Ednakiel told me that he wanted me to use my Steampunk Tarot deck, and he wanted me to clarify anything with the White Sage deck. Most of the angels are pretty on point with utilizing the rest of the oracle cards here at the end of the week. As you're a fire sign, you're going to be supported with the dragons, and then also the the naughty unicorns are going to pop out here to give you the overall theme, which I think is pretty fun. So the overall theme from at least this card is saying stop sleeping so much. Wake up because you're missing out on some cool shit. That's exactly what the card says. What do the dragons have to say to support that? We're going to give it just 2 quick shuffles, although I already did for your energy just to make sure. Sleeping, huh? Missing out on opportunities. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. One more. All right. Sagittarius. Thank you. So this is pretty interesting. So what we have here is the black dragon, and the black dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, and undergo a metamorphosis. However, that's the energy that you're in. They're saying it's time for you to start waking up, and it's time for you to start doing some different things. Okay, you're missing out on some good shit. So let's focus on what that is going to be for the theme. Thank you, Ednakiel. I think that's hilarious. Just as we've been doing with the other signs, we're going to do a layout for the energies of this week. And we're going to top every single week off with a different oracle card just to kind of sum it all together. The first week of March hopefully went very well for you. The end of February into the first week of March. March 1, we had the moon in Libra, which was in opposition to Chiron in Aries. Okay. On Tuesday, the 3rd of March, we had the sign of Mars in Gemini. And so that created a lot of restless energy. Please confirm. Oh, he said all of them. Okay, but this one goes last. A lot of restless energy when it came to people trying to speak. And hopefully you were able to navigate that if that showed up in your energy. He wanted me to use the Steampunk Tarot. He said no reversals from here, but he did want me to cap on the major arcana, assuming that they showed up for you with the second deck here. So you did see me flip those over, just following directions, because that's how we do. All right, Sagittarius. All right. 3 of Swords energy. And again, this is for the week of the 8th here. 3 of Swords energy, sitting next to the 10 of Wands energy, sitting next to the 8 of Swords, sitting next to Judgment. Major Arcana will be clarified with the 7 of Wands and then the 7 of Pentacles. So right away, there is an energy of you getting past and letting go of some stuff that kind of was holding you back a little bit. 3 of Swords for me in this particular situation is not, well, how do I want to say this? I'll skip that. 3 of Swords can also indicate a time period. Very often, this is a timekeeper card. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Okay. But in this particular situation, there's some healing that needs to continue to occur, which could be why you're in the cocoon just a little tiny bit here. But very shortly, you're going to let go of something that no longer belongs to you. So you're physically going to let this go. The 8 of Swords that's sitting here is indicating that you can, anytime that you want, free yourself of any of those negative thoughts. And what it basically boils down to is blind faith. okay? Different deck, but, you know, seeing the blindfold here is indicating blind faith. But the swords here are all suspended because this is self-imposed limitation, kind of like a little mini devil card in my opinion. And it's indicating that at any point she can get up and she can skate because nothing is literally holding her there. Any bonds are so loose that she can just like wiggle out of them at any particular moment and move forward, move past the gate in blind faith. Then we have the Judgment card sitting here. And I love this card because the Judgment card indicates that you've either made a decision or you're getting ready to make a decision, which is the right decision. The Judgment card also pops up when, with this whole Pluto energy that shows up, that you have a knowing of something within your crown chakra, in a sense that it does indicate change, and it also does indicate renewal. So it also talks about the fact that you have something that you are getting ready to receive from the universe. So when the Judgment card shows up, it is about a rebirth in a sense of, and accepting the new things that are for you, basically accepting new gifts. The Seven of Wands that's sitting next to it is asking you to step into your power at this particular moment, especially your leadership role if you happen to be in one, or take an opportunity to explore that if you can. And the Seven of Pentacles that's sitting right next to it is indicating that although you can see that there's a lot of hard work that's been done, your seeds are ripening, it's not necessarily the time to start plucking the fruit off of the trees at this particular moment. This is indicating that you need to review a little bit and be a little bit patient. So again, they don't go in any particular order, but those are the areas that you're getting ready to see. I think if I would do anything, I would probably move the energy to something like this. You know what I mean? Because I think these three definitely go together. Now, because you have a major arcana, we're going to go ahead and clarify with the White Sage Tarot deck. Let us understand what else is coming through from the Judgment. What are we judging? What are we getting ready for? What do we need to know? So we have a story. And our story is, hang on, Four of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords upright again, and then the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks to me as though somebody is getting ready to make a decision about changing career, potentially, trying to do something new, trying to make sure that you've got your investments or your other things set up so that you can be in a position to receive this new situation where it is that you need to. There is a little bit of lack of rest that's happening here, so you are being asked to make sure that you're getting your rest, and or that you've rested a lot, in your opinion, wherein you're ready to let yourself go, and then you're going to start taking a look at supporting your heart chakra with your base foundation of the things that you need to be able to have moving forward, going forward. There isn't really anything else that needs to be called out, so we're going to go ahead and pull out our first oracle card on this one, and that is going to be the Therapy Angels. Sagittarius, March 8th, the week of March 8th. So this week of the 8th, there's a couple of different transits that are getting ready to happen. On the 10th, which is about Wednesday, when the Sun in Neptune goes into conjunction with Gemini, there are going to be some secrets that are going to come out. Stuff that's meant to come out may not be you, may be someone else, but you're going to be privy to some details that are going to come out, and it's going to naturally cause a lot of soul searching for a lot of people. So just be aware of that on Wednesday, the energy Wednesday, Thursday, by the time stuff gets out and everyone's involved. Okay, so very clearly you're being told to cut your hooks, cords, and attachments to anything that no longer serves you. And also Archangel Michael is talking about making sure that releasing yourself from any past fear or past pain in exchange for something that makes you feel better, and it will also help you to clear out relationships and anything that's been going on from a destructive pattern. So that's very supportive, and it matches perfectly with what's going on in that energy. So you go through the 10th. You really don't have a lot. Most of the big activities that are going to happen here in March are going to be on the weekend. So the first weekend that we have up on the 13th is going to be New Moon. So New Moon, as you guys know, is an opportunity to kind of declare what it is that you want in the universe. It can be tiny things. It can be big things. And just, you know, cosmic Amazon, put in your order and just wait for it to come through. You don't have to scrutinize it. You don't have to worry about the timing of it. Just know that it's going to come, okay? You're going to hit daylight savings time for depending upon where you're at in the northern hemisphere here in the United States. So you may actually lose a little bit of sleep here. What is it? Spring forward in time, and then we fall back. So some people could be losing a little bit of sleep there. What is it? Maybe an hour? Just deal with it. Then on the 15th, which is going to roll you up into that next Monday, you've got, which is where we're drawing here, Mercury and Pisces. It's kind of coming together. So it's going to be a little bit of airy-fairy concentration for a lot of people. There is going to be a lot of attempts at trying to be very, very smooth and cunning. So just be aware of that. You're gonna have to take things with a grain of salt when they do show up here. This is really good energy that I'm seeing. However, we've got the Three of Wands upright, sitting right next to the High Priestess. So whatever it is that you're calling in, like I said, I'm getting the distinct feeling that someone's getting ready to accept a position. We got the Ten of Swords. Ooh, that's really good. 2 tens that are sitting here, which means you're at the end of something. You're done with something that's getting ready to happen. You are ready for this new opportunity that's getting ready to show up for you here. 3 of Wands indicating that you have done enough of the work at this point where you can watch your ships come in. The one thing that comes out with that is that you have to actually go out and be willing to do a little bit of the work in order to receive that. Okay, so you got to meet the person at the dock. You got to walk on your own. I don't know why I second guessed myself. I knew that those were gonna pop out. We do have a Tower card, a Tower moment that's popping up here, and we do have the 9 of Pentacles, however, with the 5 of Wands. I think that energy is probably going to shift just a little bit, but what we have here is extreme intuition. Okay, something is getting ready to pop up. Crown chakra is really going to start to pop off here with ideas and innate knowing of what it is that is going to be the next step. 10 of Swords is removing yourself or someone being removed from you that has been creating a little bit of a challenge for you. But I want to call your attention to the sun that's sitting in the background. Something is coming in its place. So something has died to death here. Now, it's sitting next to the Tower, which indicates it's 100% all up, all in, just done. I'm called back at this particular moment to just speak to the fact that this potentially could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be, but if this is a relationship and where you had a little bit of heartbreak or some disgruntlement, you are realizing that you have to let this individual go because they don't meet the goals. You guys are just not on an energetic pattern, and you can walk away at any time that you want. So that would be the reason why that you are examining kind of where your dollars are, so that you can get back into your own power. And as soon as you, again, if this happens to be a relationship, and I wasn't going to go there until I saw this row, but you have to be able to make that judgment call for yourself, but it is justified, okay? It's justified. Letting yourself go and starting your foundation here with these 4 of Pentacles, with your heart starting to be a little bit more open. So if that is exactly what it is that you're going to do from a loving relationship, regardless of whether it's relationship or job, new opportunity that's coming, the 3 of Wands is indicating you do have to step out a little bit and you have to make this attempt. You've got to meet them halfway. The High Priestess is here to let you know about some information that's going to come. Again, this could very easily be about these secrets that are coming out here around the 10th, which is going to absolutely complete your thought process about being completely done with something. The Tower comes in, and hopefully by now people understand that the Tower is not a bad card. The Tower comes in to completely shake something up. It is a surprise. It can be a minor surprise. It can be a major surprise. Okay, if you are not capable of making a decision about something that needed to have happened and it's for you, the universe is going to push and make that happen, okay, with however it needs to happen. But the reason why I went back to the relationship is because we've got the 9 of Pentacles that's sitting here. So this basically indicates 3 things. A, you need to get outside. You need to get up. You need to get out. You need to get some fresh air. You need to take advantage and grab some of that fresh air and earth and energy that's available. It is important for you to do that. Number 2 is that this is a complete independent individual. This is indicating that you're releasing yourself from someone or something that is going to allow you to be an independent person. And then that the 5 of Wands is sitting here indicates that you're releasing. And if I was going to do anything, I would change the order a little bit here. This 5 of Wands is indicating that you're releasing yourself from some conflict. There's some conflict that's going to show up. It doesn't have to be major, but it is something that you kind of have to, it's one of those. It's nothing physical. There's no physical danger. It's extreme annoyance. I will say that. It's extremely annoying to have to deal with this particular situation that's showing up here, but I do feel like it's going to walk away. So I feel, and this is how I'm going to read it, that you're going to be in a position to know that you've got something that's coming. We're going to clarify these two particular cards here. You're going to get past this little conflict, or you're going to avoid this little conflict. Whatever it is, it's going to die all the way down, and it's going to allow you to be completely independent. So let's go ahead and pull out a couple of clarifiers here for our Sagittarius. Can you explain to me why the High Priestess is and the Tower are in this week of the 15th? Whew. Very straightforward. I like readings when they're very, very clean like this. There's not a lot of extra. Well, yep, there you go. Where you had lack of communication with this Eight of Wands in reverse prior to, it is going to indicate that this Ten of Swords is coming. So it is very highly likely that this information that comes out on the 10th of the month, about Wednesday, Thursday, this particular week for you is going to be enough to give you that last little bit of detail that you need to, you know, push you forward with whatever needs to happen. What else do we need to know about this Tower, please? It's going to be this one. Oh, was it two? Yeah, there's two in here. Ooh. Okay. Well, whatever the secret is, with the Magician being in reverse, that is a nefarious person. I will put it in this particular reading because that's exactly what's coming up here. The Magician in reverse is an unfortunate... It's unfortunate because what it does indicate is that there's a lot of problem with communication. There's a lot of problem with networking. Like I said before, with job as a potential. There's a lot of problem with knowledge, like lack of knowledge, lack of magic, and again, nefarious behavior with someone trying to like maybe get one over on you. The fact that the Three of Pentacles is sitting here in reverse also is kind of not good in conjunction to what it is that we have going on here. So the Three of Pentacles should be all about collaboration and the beginnings of a new foundation for something. It's not coming. So if you're putting your faith in one person, then there's an opportunity for you to kind of see what's kind of being laid out here. You're going to have to do some review of that situation. This minor conflict that's coming, though, is not going to be anything that's going to stick around again. It's going to go by the wayside. And 2 times, it's done. Where you were lacking communication before, now you're going to get it, and you're going to get the last piece of information that you needed in order to kind of do this next piece. So if it ends up having to be that you have to drop that 0 as far as a relationship is concerned, whether it be personal relationship or whether it be a working relationship, and it's time for you to move on to the new direction, I get just how do I explain this, like a sigh of relief, because now you know what you need to know so that you can make these decisions to move forward, and it's going to be a good one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull an angel card for this particular week here. Okay, and again, the majority of the next piece of the information is going to come. It's going to be towards this latter part of the week, and I'll start discussing that in just a second because I'd like to see how this is going to shake out. But it looks good. 3 of Wands. You're going in a new direction here. You're going in a new direction, and it's lovely. It's going to end up being an opportunity for you to be more independent. Okay, what do we got? All right, angels, thank you. Friendship and union. So this is all about friendship and union, or they're asking you to... you know, I kind of liken this to the Two of Cups energy, where there is supposed to be a or an individual that is of like-mindedness. But what I'm getting here is that you definitely have someone that's going to be stepping forward to support you. The other thing I'm also getting out of this is that you definitely have a new a new union. I feel very, very strongly, not for all of you, but for some people that are going to be watching this, there's a new job opportunity that's coming in. It's going to be a really, really good one. A change in job for you, which is going to be exactly what it is that you need. I'm going to move this little guy up here. And now we're going to carry on to the conversation, which gets us into the next row. So like I said, you've got that major transit that shows up on the 15th where things are a little bit airy-fairy. Okay, that's potentially where this conflict kind of shows up. But when you get towards that weekend, right, we go into equinox, Ostara, it starts. We also have the sun in Aries, which really honestly is a great time for projects and getting outside. Again, this 9 of Pentacles, it's like you're being invited to go outside and and just kind of get through it. Challenges are also going to be made easy. Okay, things are just going to start, it's going to be like butter, hot knife through butter, trying to get some things cleared. On that 21st, that's a Sunday where we also have Venus going into Aries. So there's going to be a lot of charm, and there's going to be a lot of charisma, and there's going to be a lot of focus on either new business or new partnership. Hot, sexy time, okay? And it's natural for this to happen in this part of the year anyway, with springing. Then also on the 21st, there's a lot of energy that's coming, okay? Mars is going into Gemini, which is going to have a trine with Saturn in Aquarius. So there's going to be a lot of increased productivity, especially if you're working on a new project. Just make sure that you are balancing that out a little bit. A lot of focus on and being persistent and persevering, and a lot of reorganization of things that are going to happen. Okay, so that's a lot of energy that happens all on the weekend here. So I'm going to move these over just a little bit like this. And now we're going to do the draw for either the 21st or the 23rd that goes all the way to the 28th here, okay? So what is up for our Sagittarius in this next upcoming week? The next big transit that happens to be like around the Wednesday of that week, where Mercury goes into Pisces. Did it not flip? It didn't. If you did start a new project, or you've got an inkling to start a new project, on the 23rd, when Mercury goes into Pisces and it squares Mars in Gemini, you're going to want to realize that there's potential for controversy to show up for people. It's going to be a lot more internal battle than it will be for anything else. But if you do start a new project, do not cut corners. Don't cut corners. Follow it all the way through. Be very much in your integrity to follow through with anything that you are discussing with someone. Why? Because you got the Ace of Pentacles showing up, baby. A gift from the universe. New job seekers, I'm telling you that this would be the opportunity where you send your thank you emails to people for any interviews that pop up. Oh, great. Look at this. The Sun card, the Six of Swords. Wow. This is fabulous. The Sun card is talking about all the beautiful things. You can't get better than the Sun card in this, and you know, in tarot, everyone knows it's the happiest card in the deck. It's a restoration of solar plexus energy, your vitality, your self-expression, really. It also does indicate freedom and travel. Somebody is going to be traveling for this job interview, or someone is going to be traveling, potentially moving. The only other card that would really support that is if the Chariot popped out for me. But that's what I feel. God. All right. Well, universe, I'm going to have to just do a special something with betwixt the Hermit and the Hierophant that shows up. Literally every card, literally every reading has gotten that. And they say that there's one more here. Okay. So it's not uncommon. It's just not. It's not. It really isn't. You're being guided. This is guidance from the universe. I know I'm a little bit out of order, but this is guidance from the universe here. Telling you to continue to go towards the light. Recognize the light that you have within yourself, to continue to do the right thing at the right time. And also, oh my God. Yay! But also there's going to be opportunities for you to go inward a little bit and just try to reflect. Like I said, there's going to be an opportunity for a lot of people to do reorganization around that 21st. So even, like I said, they're not in day order. The energy of how this has to work is going to be how it has to work. However, you will have the energy of the Five of Pentacles. Now, what you don't know, because this is what I'm getting out of this, you're not feeling like you're being left out in the cold per se. What it is telling me, though, is that you do have some guidance that is here, especially with this Six of Swords here. These are all guidance cards, okay? Six of Swords coming out of choppy waters, moving into the right direction, definitely being guided. The Hermit, definitely being guided. The Five of Pentacles. Now, here's the thing. Yes, we do see that these people are out here, quote unquote, left in the cold. The challenge is that all these pentacles that are in the background are inside the church or the other building that you want to, like, give it a name for. All the miracles that are happening in here. Here's the thing. If these people would have just walked around and went inside the building, then they would have immediately received the support and the guidance that they needed for at least one of the different things that they needed, whilst the other things were still being put together, right? Cosmic Amazon. So definitely guidance. However, you're going to get some beautiful things at the end of this. I really strongly feel that someone is getting ready to take a new position. They're going to walk away from one role and they're going to step into something else that is going to be better for them, completely all up, all in at the end of the day. We ended with this particular card being the Nine of Cups. This is wishes being fulfilled. Okay, that's exactly what this is. What is it that you want? Well, it's coming. So you get the benefit of the gift of the universe, something tangible that you need, a resource, a person, position, physical money, if that's what it needs to boil down to, something physical and tangible that you have. The universe is giving this to you. Sun, you can't get better than that. Anything that you need, right? Okay. And again, the guidance cards that are sitting here. So my best advice is to make sure that you're paying attention to who that individual is that pops up. If it's not an individual that you see per se, because there aren't any court cards that are sitting here, more so I feel that it is yourself or your higher self or your spiritual guidance team that is trying to step forward and help you to walk past these different types of things. It's something that you have to do. You just really do. But it's all going to be fabulous. So we're going to pull a, who are we pulling? What do we got here? We have the Keepers of the Light. So again, like I said, it's about that Wednesday when Mercury goes into Pisces. Here's where your guidance is coming from, because the next big thing that comes up is on the 26th of February. I keep telling everybody this. Veil's going to be super, super thin. If you are connected to your spiritual team, you are going to start receiving responses like this. Any question that you have. And if your connection with them isn't extremely strong, where you're getting that straight up and down guidance as other people do, that's okay. They're still listening to you, okay? Your personal affirmations are going to carry a lot of weight this particular day, so make sure that you keep everything that you say very, very hopeful. Like, write a couple of little mini passages down. Keep it in your handbag, keep it in your wallet, put it on the car, dashboard, whatever you need to do. I am prosperous. I am taken care of. I am loved. I am smart. I am strong. Whatever it is that you say after I am has a lot of powerful universal punch to it. So this is going to be the 26th, like I said, an extremely strong spiritual day. It happens to be a Friday. So you have an opportunity, maybe after work or whatever it is that you're doing, to really get into it. If you can do it earlier or throughout the day or on a lunch break or whatever the case may be, however your world works out, do what you got to do on Friday to take extra advantage of this process, okay? Then we had Passover on that Saturday, and then that Sunday, the 28th, Palm Sunday, is the full moon. So whatever's been sticking to you that doesn't belong to you is a great opportunity to just release that. And you should be in an extremely good situation. So again, Keeper of the Light, to kind of circle back on this week. Who is the Keeper of the Light that would like to step forward for Sagittarius this week of the 23rd of March, please? Into that first few days of April. April Fool's Day. Do we still even celebrate that? I don't know why, but I hadn't really discussed it much, but it keeps popping up here for me on these past couple of signs here. I don't put a lot of personal stake into it. I think we've all had enough of an April Fool's joke that's lasted quite a long time. Ooh, I love this one. Hilarion. Okay. Master Hilarion wants to step forward and offer divine healing. Okay. And what it's saying is to honor your sensitivity and to retreat, to recharge and heal. And your light personally can support others. So literally everyone has gotten this card this particular month. It's either been the Hermit or the Hierophant that has showed up. And their energies for me this month are extremely mixed. But exactly what I said, you need to be able to recognize the divine light within yourself and that you have the capacity to shine that light on other people. So you got to restore and you've got to be healthy and whole within yourself. Okay. So now we're going to go into the very last week, which is the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, and then into the first week of April into Easter. What I do? Oh, here they are. And let's take a look at what we've got going on for our Sagittarius. I'm so excited and I'm so happy to see this stepping up for you. Some of you light workers also, you need to be outside because there's going to be some strong energies that you're going to be able to capture from the central sun popping down. And all you need to do is spend, you know, 10 minutes. You don't have to be spending your entire life there, but spending 10 minutes will help you. Oh my gosh, the World card, the Two of Wands, making positive choices. Oh my God, the Empress and the Devil here. Okay. Wow. This is really super cool. Is there anything else? Oh, there's two more. Okay. Wow. Successful completion with the World. Two of Wands, having the world in the palm of your hands, being capable of making any choice that you want. Not making a wrong choice. The Empress showing up here, indicating high spiritual gifts for some people. Also letting things come to you and not having to chase anything. The Devil card here for me is not a negative card the way that it's being read here, only in that I will clarify this. Oh shoot, I just realized I didn't clarify the Hermit. I will go back. Let me go ahead and clarify the Hermit real quick. I apologize. I got so wrapped up, and then the Sun either, I didn't. So just hang on. Here's where we insert the station break. I'm sorry, guys. I got overly excited here. All right. Give me some more information about the Sun card here for Sagittarius. I am so sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, I dropped it. Oh, wow. Yep. This is a choice with the Lovers card that's coming up here about union. So that is what this card has to deal with. Now, again, for me, union, it can be that you're meeting somebody new. It very potentially can, especially if you're letting someone else go here. There's an opportunity for somebody new to show up. But the Lovers card also indicates having to make a decision, and the decision that you're making, the choice that your decision is the right decision to make. Okay. Now let's go in with this Hermit card. Oh, alrighty then. So we will take that card. Five of Cups. Yes. Okay. So what I see here, and the other, let me step that back. The other thing with the Lovers card is high spiritual union with your higher self. Okay. That is what that is. So that's fantastic, because if you're stepping into more of your spiritual power here, you're coming into more alignment with your higher self that's out there, then you are really going to be able to take advantage. Two of Cards supporting the World is all about balance and choices. Okay. Why is the Empress? Why is the Empress here? Ace of Swords, clarity. And the other card that pops up is the Ten of Cups. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous energy. So you're going to be giving clarity about what it is that you need to do from a situation. Okay, now that the Empress showed up with the Ten of Cups, I do need to go back and I need to talk about the fact that there is a potential that if you want to try to reconcile your relationship, if you're having a relationship break with a partner, there is an opportunity for you to reconcile that partnership with the partner. Okay, I said what I said. And now we're going to clarify the Devil. Why is the Devil card here? Why is Capricorn energy here? Queen of Swords. Okay. So again, for me, this is not bad energy. What I'm getting is that the Queen of Swords is making an intelligent, mature decision about something. The other thing that's happening with this Queen of Swords very potentially is that this Queen of Swords energy is all about trying to make this reconciliation with this particular partner. I'm going to bring it out there because it's what I'm being presented, but there is a potential that there's going to be a realization that's made that somebody could be expecting, and you think it's the best thing for you to try to reconcile with this particular partner of yours. Okay. Doesn't have to be. It's literally not going to be for everyone. It's going to be maybe for a couple of different people that need to hear that. But let's go ahead and take a look at this Justice card. Okay, dokie. Okay, so we're going to clarify that Fool that showed up in reverse. That indicates a little bit of hesitancy to move forward just a little bit. That indicates that there is, very rarely do I say foolish, because I don't, but it does indicate that there's some innocence there that you might not quite be aware of. It does have a challenge sometimes with needing to do a little bit of inner work on your inner child. a resistance to a fresh start, potentially, to be on your own, that whole sense of originality and change for some reason. But let's go ahead and take one more stab at the Fool here. Yeah, you got the Empress in reverse. Okay, so there's an opportunity here for you to really, it's the same card as this one. There's an emotional challenge or resistance to you, especially with this former partner, feeling you're twisted about whether or not you should try to take that person back, is basically what it boils down to. And that decision is going to have to be your decision. But this originality and change that's showing up that you're not feeling justified about, I really can't say too much about it, except that the Queen of Swords is sitting next to the King of Swords. So it at least is something for you to consider. It is at least something for you to consider. Because I'm not going to tell anybody what to do when it comes to a type of a relationship that way. From a business perspective, from this new job perspective that I'm also seeing that's sitting here, the 2 and the 2 sitting here talking about the choice that you have to make. You definitely are at the end of a completion, or you're at the end of a cycle with that whole process. And it's time for you to make a balanced decision about where it is that you want to start spending your new dollars and cents from, as far as your perspective of what it is that you want to do for yourself. And you don't have to go out and chase this. You should be in the energy of the Empress, just waiting for things to come to you. The Empress doesn't have to change anything. But there's going to be clarity of an idea that's going to come here, and it will yield this 10 of Cups moment, which provides you with restoration of everything that it is that you need, especially with emotions. You're going to be completely all in with things. This Devil card, again, I don't read this as negative in this particular vein, because what it is that I'm getting here is like a lot of super fast and heavy love time for some people. But what I am getting is that there's a mature decision that has been made or will be made about the potential to release yourself finally from somebody. But there's also that contemplation that's being made about, there's that waffling energy about like reconciling with someone. There is the opportunity for it to happen. So it's there. Justice is just saying, you have to be justified in what it is that you want to be able to do. Although there does seem to be a little level of immaturity that is there in a sense. Also because you're pushing for something to happen rather than letting it come to you in the natural. They said one more card. I'm going to take another card for this Empress and the Fool in reverse. What do we got? Thank you. Oh, wow. 7 of Swords in reverse. Well, that's actually really good. Somebody's going to come clean about something is what's going to happen here. Somebody's going to come clean about this particular situation. Someone is no longer holding something so close to the vest that it looks as though they're being shady with the detail. It's just extra information that someone just hasn't shared. It doesn't always have to be sneaky or backstabby or anything like that. It just indicates that someone's got more information about something that you do. But it will be revealed here. And so there will be some justice for you in recognizing what this energy is. And it's going to be more meaningful for you actually when you get into it. But what I'm trying to gather together for you more so than anything else is that you are releasing something here. Okay, you're being set up for greatness here. You've got a lot of things that are going to end for you to allow you to be more independent. The choices that are going to come to you are going to be really fantastic choices. Okay, they really are. You're going to have some great options, and it looks as though you're going to make some fantastic options here and choices. There's a level of guidance here that you definitely need to take advantage of. So that you can completely be restored with this 5 of Cups. Just getting over the last little bit of that hump, because at the end of the day, the 9 of Cups is here, and so is the 10 of Cups. This is actually a really, really awesome reading, Sagittarius. I'm really excited. It's time to go forth. Okay. The last card oh wow. Okay. Well, that's fine too. The last card that we have here is also the same card I think that popped out for was it Libra? I think it was Libra. Could have been. Archangel Metatron's cube. Complete restoration. All of the Akashic records is what this one is. It boils down to a 6. 15 boils down to a 6, which means you're moving forward in the right direction. Okay. And it's the all. It's the history of things. It's the future of things. It is where things need to go. It's a very powerful creation card. So for those of you that do determine with this Lovers that you are actually, in fact, going to consider having a family, or you are finding out that you are expecting, congratulations, okay? For others of you, there is something that is coming to you, like I said, with a new opportunity for work, or movement in a new direction to take this new position, and it is very strong. Absolutely is. So, beg your pardon. Let me just make sure I covered everything here. I think I did. Yep. We're just going to go ahead and recap with all of the bonus cards. Oh, that's what I forgot. Good Lord, woman. Okay. I think it's important just to cap it off, because I didn't before. I want to go ahead and take another look at the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to see if there's anything else that we're missing, or any other galactic pieces of detail that will support me, or support you with this reading, actually. Empathy. Okay. Yeah. So that's Moon in Pisces energy. Empathy. Okay. Caring. And we're going to take that one, and we're going to take these two. The second card that we have here is Devotion. This is the energy of Saturn in Libra. Okay. Masculine Divine. The masculine and feminine Divine. And then we have Fulfillment that's showing up here. That's very much the same energy of this Three of Wands. Waiting for his ships to come in, knowing that things are kind of taken care of. So this is Sagittarius energy in Saturn. Okay. And then the last card that we have here is the card Principle. So we've got, again, Sun, Moon, Masculine, Divine, Feminine, Principle. Beg pardon. Also in the sign of Jupiter. So I think at the end of the day, you know, the decisions that you have to be able to make, especially if I'm going to go back to this whole relationship thing, you have the opportunity to reconcile if that's really something that you want to be able to do, if it's really going to fulfill your life, if you really think that that's the step that you need to take, then take the step. At the end of the day, you know, we all have free will, and I could tell you to be at a certain spot at a certain time and look for the guy in, you know, this particular outfit, and you could tell me to go F off, and it could have been the best thing for you. But the universe always has a way of circling things back around, okay? The biggest information I want you to get is that it does appear as though you have had a successful completion for something. It does not necessarily have to go in this order, but the principle of the thing is what is going to be most meaningful for you at that particular moment. Although at the end of the day, this is a really, really, really good reading. So we're just going to take that back, okay? Archangel Adnakiel is telling you to stop sleeping so much and get yourself up, because you're missing some really cool stuff here. Whatever cocoon you're in that has tried to help you develop in your potential growth, now it's time for you to undergo a different sort of a metamorphosis, which is going to encourage you to change and make moves going forward. Archangel Michael is saying to cut your cords, okay? And clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Cut all hooks, cords, and attachments to things, situations, people, ideas, thought processes. Friendship and union is here. There is someone that wants to be available to you. It also, again, like I said, indicates higher self trying to help commune and provide you with this level of information. Archangel Hilarion himself is coming in and talking about divine healing, honoring your sensitivity, okay? Retreat where you need to. Be in your little hermit mode here to restore, because your light can be available to someone else in a healing capacity, not only just for yourself taking and receiving the healing. And then Metatron's cube is talking about the all. It's everything, okay? This is a great reading for you, Sagittarius. I'm very happy that you stuck with me this long in order to go through it all. I am available for personals if you want to take it down to just a quick, really quick reading, just to make sure that it's matching your energy perfectly. If you want to do that, I'm taking bookings, and information is in the description box below. If this didn't completely give you everything that you needed, make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, okay? That's the best way for you to get your full picture. Otherwise, I will see you guys in several weeks, probably the second week of April, right after Easter, so that we can kind of continue on to see the path. Otherwise, like if you enjoyed this, share this content if you think it might be meaningful for someone else, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can be made aware of any of the other details that I put up for your benefit, okay? Thank you very much, Sagittarius. We will talk to you soon. Bye for now.